Are you making enough money from your current skill set in 2023? Sometimes you're tempted to go a different route. Sometimes you're tempted to learn a new skill. So for me, it's more about immersing yourself in what you already have and ask yourself, what are the things I can do to make more money from this? What are the things I can do to increase my income or be a better creative to my long list of clients? So the first thing I will talk about is freelancing. Most of the time, a lot of people already have a 9 to 5 job that they're doing as a creative. One of the things you can do to increase your income is become a freelancer. I'm not saying you should do this full time. You could do it full time if you're sure of it. But then when you're just starting out or because of job security, a lot of people consider having a full time job. But then when you get to the house, you can always do your own personal job as a creative. Since your time is limitless, you can always get home, do your own personal jobs, and then get it out of the way. So, like for me now, I've been a freelancer of my life, and most of the things I've done are basically maybe contract jobs or having project by project based deals with people. So I would say you can definitely consider being a freelancer if you're looking to increase your income, increase the amount of money you make in 2023 as a creative with your skill set. So another thing I'll be talking about is you being reliable. Most of the things, I think a lot of creatives are guilty of this. If you're not reliable, most of your clients sometimes they feel like you do not have their time. And sometimes when clients come to me as a new client, maybe through a referral or through a friend of them, most of the thing they say is, "Hey, do you have time to do a job for me? My current designer is not available, or hasn't been replying, or has been delaying my job." So I would say be reliable. Let your clients know that whenever they come to you, they always get their job done. And even if you're not going to be able to meet up, tell them the exact specific deadlines, exact time they will be getting their job, so they know you for you and they know your word is your word. So I would say be very reliable. Let them know when they're getting their job, and let them know they can always count on you whenever they're giving you a job. The next thing, it would be very strategic in building your portfolio. What I mean by this is that know exactly what you put in your portfolio. Be intentional. Be very detailed. Show your skill. Be sure of what you're putting there. And this is where you niching down comes into play. Ensure you're building the kind of portfolio that gets you the exact job you're looking for. Let's say you're a corporate designer now. Make sure your portfolio is filled of the kind of job you want, the kind of corporate design you've done before. Don't be that guy that they get to your portfolio is a mixture of different things entirely, and they don't really know where your skill set, when your strengths, they're not really sure. So I would say be very, very strategic in building your portfolio. Make sure your portfolio stand out, because at the end of the day, before they give you the job, the first thing they will see, the first thing they can use to measure your skill is your portfolio. So I would say ensure you have a very strong portfolio and be very strategic in those things you're putting in there. So and next I'll be talking about is being consistent. Sometimes it can be tiring, especially if you're just starting out and you do not have a long list of clients to depend on. But then be consistent. Let people know you for what you do. Do it until you become a master in it. And if you're consistent, people know exactly what you're doing. And whenever they think of when they want to give someone that kind of job, they know you are there, you're already waiting. So they come to you straight up and you get a job done. So be consistent, because a lot of people must have talked about how consistency is really important even in the human life. So as a creative, it's important that you are consistent. Let people know what they will be getting whenever they get to you, whenever they get to work with you. So be very, very consistent. And the next thing I'll be talking about is something a lot of creatives do, maybe openly or maybe whatever it is, but it's something I personally encourage. And this is cold emailing your client. Maybe you could DM them, or you could, whatever it is you need to do to reach your exact target of them. Let people know what you're doing. Put yourself out there. Talk to them. Let them know you're here, you're available to take their job. So send that email, send that DM, send that text message. Put yourself in position to win. So this is where your strong portfolio you will come in. So if you send people message or you send them an email, I can do this so, and I can always do that as well. So when they reply your email, you send them the strong portfolio that you already built, let them see it, and that way you can make a potential client out of them. So I will say, send that email today, send that text message today, let them know you're here, let them know you want to get the job, let them know you want to make the money. And the next thing I'll be talking about is something I do a lot of time, and is offering extra for your client. What I mean by this is that, assuming you're a graphic designer now, if you do maybe a logo for someone, offer to animate it for them, or maybe you do a flyer for them, offer to animate it, offer them motion for the current file you've done for them. Assuming you are a photographer now, if a client comes to your photo studio, or maybe you're a wedding photographer, you take pictures of them, you can offer little reels here and there for Instagram. I'm sure you can agree with me that reels is taking over. So offer those small incentives to them. Let them know whenever they come to you, they'll definitely be getting value for their money, and a little bit cherry on top. So if you be the guy that offers extra to your client, you keep them coming back. They will definitely refer their friends, which means you make more income from your skill set. Another thing I would say is niching down. I would say sometimes it might be very, very sketchy, but then I always advise people to niche down their skills. Let people know exactly what you do, and be so good at it that you might be the only person doing that, but then be the king at it. So let them know this is what you're doing, and if you have a strong niche, that it doesn't have to be a popular one, but something people know, hey, this is the guy that does this and that. So they know whenever they need that particular skill set, they are coming for you. And for me, these are my experience for over a decade of experience I've had. These are the things I will say I've done over the years that have been able to help me to maximize my income, has been able to help me keep my clientele and even get new ones. So I will say this is important, and for me, if you do all these stuff, I can guarantee you, if you do them consistently, I can guarantee you in 2023 your income will increase, and you will definitely be a happy man or woman or lady, whatever it is. And I hope after watching this video to this point, I hope you subscribe, like my page, and so you will know when next I drop a video. I still remain Smith. I'll see you some other time.